Hey, what's up everyone? Raging Golden Eagle here, having way too much fun as always. So let's just jump into it and kind of continue along the same line of thinking we were following in the past video. Let's talk a little bit about some of the trade-offs we make when we centralize the internet in the hands of a few big tech companies, and then have to deal with them racing to the bottom trying to commit suicide. The basic theme for this video is pretty much when you get something for free, always check for the attached strings. As about 20 people always like to point out when we're talking about topics like this, if you're not the customer, you are the product. If you are getting a service quote-unquote for free, then someone else is paying for access to you. And the ironic thing is, every time you opt for the allegedly free option, you give up your freedom in the process. And to make that point, let's take a look at two completely separate examples. First off, continuing with big tech on the internet. When the internet first started out, every company, every group of fans, etc. ran their own websites with their own forums completely independent of any big social media company. And because of this, they were pretty much impossible to take down unless you're able to get at their hosting companies. But even then, back in the day, some of these people hosted their own stuff on their own servers too. But who does that nowadays? It's too expensive, it takes too much time, especially when you got quote-unquote free services online that do all that for you. Let's just limit it to forums now though. Why would any company, fan group, or whatever run their own forums nowadays, when that takes time, money, and other resources, when they can instead just have a subreddit, for instance? It's literally the same thing they had before and they just don't have to pay for it, right? What could possibly be the downside of that? Well, it turns out it's not that simple, is it? Because now that they are on someone else's platform, they have to take orders from the Reddit admins. If their own rules and their own standards clash with Reddit's rules and standards, guess who wins? Yeah, it's not that hard to figure out, is it? They can literally shut you down for offending someone outside of your community even. You could have a subreddit with, say, 200 people. All of you get along just fine, no drama, you're just doing your own thing. But someone on the outside doesn't like what you're doing and gets offended. And this causes enough of a moral panic to get the attention of the Reddit admins and they just shut down your community. No one within your community complained, you weren't bothering anyone else, you just doing your own thing on your own forums. But someone on the outside didn't like what you were doing, so they shut you down. And you can whine about how unfair that is all you want, but that's the trade-off you make. If you don't host all of your own forums and all of your own websites, then you are at the mercy of those who host it for you. And same goes for YouTubers like me. I clearly don't have my own website yet, so I'm at the mercy of YouTube and have to go by their rules. This is how I'm paying for this free service. And now for the second example, let's look at MeatSpace. Let's take a look at free socialized healthcare. Oh yeah, I'm going there. But don't worry, regardless of what your opinions on socialized healthcare are, you're probably going to find it pretty hard to disagree with what I'm about to say. So let's get to it. In a 100% capitalist society where everybody pays for everything on their own, you can legitimately say it's your body and you can be fat and eat whatever you want and no one has the right to tell you not to. It's your body, your choice. Nobody else's business, they can't tell you what to eat. You're free, you live in America, you do what you want as long as you're not hurting anybody else. And as long as you're paying 100% of your own way, that's true. But now let's look at socialized quote-unquote free healthcare. Under that system, your medical expenses are shared by the entire country basically. And when that happens, when the taxpayer is on the hook for your medical bill, all of a sudden, it is our business what you eat. Your body, your choice. My wallet, my business. Under a socialized healthcare system, it suddenly makes a lot of sense to ban unhealthy food and drinks and start dictating to people what they are and are not allowed to eat. Because again, if you're using my money, it becomes my business. If you have to reach into my pockets to take care of your health expenses when you screwed up your own health, I'm gonna damn well fight to take away your so-called right to ruin your own health because now you're doing it on my dime. For at least the third time in this video, my wallet, my business. If the taxpayers have to pay for the result of your decisions, it makes perfect sense for them to limit the bad decisions you can make. And I'm quite sure you can see what effect this may have on the so-called land of the free if we had that here. So if you are the kind of person that doesn't like getting your life dictated to you by busybodies, then quote-unquote free is not for you. 'Cause nothing is free. You're going to pay for it one way or another. If you're not paying for it out of your wallet, you're paying for it with something else. As I said at the beginning, ironically enough, you often end up getting free stuff at the expense of your freedom. That's all I gotta say, guys. Thanks for listening.